Ooh! That wasn't a good thing to do. Just got sprayed with gasoline all in my crotch. Well, welcome back to the channel, you guys. My name is Jack. This is GasDiesel Garage, and in today's episode, we got something a little different. So stay tuned. Now, some of you guys have been asking me in the comments, when are you going to do a motorcycle? It just so happens that I have a motorcycle right now, and this thing is about 20 years old, so I'm not 100% sure if you're going to call this a classic restoration or not, but like I said, it's 20 years old, and it's going to need some things. Well, there you are, all in its glory, a 2003 Suzuki Intruder 850cc, and as you can tell, it needs a few things, like carburetors, a fuel tank, seats. I think I got my work cut out for me. Let's just go ahead and get started. Now, for being 20 years old, this bike is not in that bad of a condition. So let me give you the once over, the walk around, of course, and show you all the quirks and features of the motorcycle. Now, looking at it, this bike has been ridden in the last few months. I can actually tell this by how new the tires look, and of course registration 26, so obviously it's been ridden before. Now, do I know where all the carburetors are and the seats and the fuel tank? No, I don't. I got this as is pretty much, but it's all there. I mean, it doesn't even look like it's been laid down. Front tires, they look pretty good. I mean, it's even got a good inspection on it too. See there? Lights are all there. The only blemish is the hole in my windshield here, but we might be getting rid of that. Not 100% sure. But check it out. Cool thing is, this thing is liquid cooled. So here's your radiator right there. And then you got a cooling fan that sits right there. And it's shaft driven, which is a nice thing, so I don't have to deal with no belt snapping or anything like that. I wonder why they got rid of shaft-driven motorcycles. I'm not sure, but that is pretty awesome. And look at this. I actually seen this not too long ago. It even comes with its own toolkit. Check that out. Got a toolkit right in there, and I think those are original actually. And the rear looks good. Don't have any cracks in the lenses. Suzuki emblem sitting there still, and the chrome is still in good condition also, and even the shocks aren't even leaking. And this thing only has 18,000 miles on it. But biggest thing about this, I don't even know if it starts it or it cranks over. I'm sorry, it's not gonna start because it doesn't have carburetors or fuel tank on it, but let's hope this thing at least cranks. Let's try that now. Right, got the original key for it. Throw that down in there. Turn it on. Okay, maybe it's not on yet. There we go, we got power. That's a good thing. Let's see if we can start it or crank it. Right. Ooh. That wasn't a good thing to do. Just got sprayed with gasoline all in my crotch. Don't do that at home. That was stupid. But we know it cranks. That's a good thing. Now, there's one thing that this bike actually makes me cringe about, and it's the wiring. I'm a big stickler for the wiring. Please, people, do not do this. It's just annoying. And that is, when you replace a harness or fix a harness, I mean, if you're going to use these butt connectors, at least shrink this stuff in, because that's what this stuff's designed for. It's supposed to be shrink wrap. Put some heat on it so you don't get all the corrosion and everything inside of those connectors. I hate that. We're going to address that too. We're going to fix that stuff. But in the meantime, we need to find some carburetors. Hopefully. we're probably gonna have to get those rebuilt also. New seals, new jets, all that good stuff. So let's go ahead and find that stuff. Well, okay, thanks to a little bit of camera magic, we were able to find everything for that 20-year-old Suzuki Intruder. And starting with the carburetors, we found both carburetors, which is a good thing, and all the air ducts, you know, and the piping. And cool thing is, these carburetors have been rebuilt, all new seals, all new jets, and hopefully they're going to work really good. And I believe they are, because the guy who actually rebuilt the carburetors, I trust him with everything. I mean, he is a guru of carburetors. So if you need a good person to actually rebuild your carburetors, I'll have a link in the description below on how to get a hold of that person, because this man's 80 years old and he rebuilds carburetors. I mean, that's just freaking awesome. But let's go ahead, put these carburetors in. Oh, forgot one thing. I even found seats. The main seat, rear seat, and the sissy bar back, I guess you can call it. But like I said, let's put these things in. Oh, and another thing, found a fuel tank right there, and I believe it's the original. There we go, right there, Intruder. Let's put all this stuff on that so we can get it running. Well, we now have the carburetors installed on the bike. What I need to do now is I need to put fuel to the carburetors and then be able to adjust them and sync them and all that good jazz there. But the thing is, I'm not going to put that fuel tank on just yet, because first off, it's overly massively big and all the stuff sits up under it, so why would I put that back on? So next thing I'm going to do is take this little bottle here, and I got that little tip off, and I'm going to plug it up to the fuel line and see if this bike starts. And here it is, hooked up to the main fuel line. It's coming from the tank, because the tank would be sitting here. And mind you that if I had the tank sitting up here, I wouldn't be able to touch the carburetors and adjust them and all that stuff. So got this little thing right here. We're gonna turn the fuel on with this little thing right here. All right, filling up with fuel. See it going down? It's filling the carburetors, the float bowls, all that good stuff. Let's see if it starts. All right, pull the choke a little bit here. Okay. Now I know you guys saw it crank before, but I got a starting problem. Next best thing is to jump the starter solenoid. Don't try this at home, people. Okay, ignition on. Okay, right, it's in neutral so it doesn't fly off when I start it. And here's your starter solenoid. Let's see if we can jump this thing. Uh-oh. Okay, let's try this for a second time. Now, the reason why the fuel was coming out of the vent, which is not supposed to happen, that's because I had a stuck float in my carburetor. Now, mind you, these carburetors are freshly rebuilt, so I'm sure it probably had some kind of, you know, I don't know, dryness, whatever, but I just gave the daggone carburetor just a little bit of a tap, and hopefully this thing's not gonna leak. So let's try to start it again. Well, at least we know that it runs now. Headphone users, I apologize. Well guys, I would say that this episode of Gas Diesel Garage was a success, because that's all I wanted to do. I just wanted to make sure that this 20-year-old motorcycle actually ran, and you saw that it did. But it's going to need a little bit more work. I'm sure I'm probably going to have to sync those carburetors, and I'll probably save that for another time or another video. So if you want to see me do more things to this motorcycle, please like, subscribe, share it with your friends, family, neighbors, aunts, uncles, cousins, all that good stuff. So until next time, please like, subscribe, comment, and we'll see you next time. Peace.
I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear.